Wake up, get out there. Raise your voice, yeah, so a certain game may or may not have arrived for me, and, yeah. By the time you're seeing this, it will have been a while since then, probably, but this was recorded on about exactly a week after the date when Persona 5 released outside of Japan, so, yeah, a week after April 4th, but I finally have my copy, which is great, but I actually haven't been able to play it very much, and, don't worry, I'm not going to be rushing through here just so I can get back to Persona 5 as much as I really want to. So anyway, today's Tartarus session is going to be interesting for a number of reasons. So we've already explored pretty much everywhere we can. So let's see what we got here. We've got quite a few Personas. How far are you? Actually, you're not that far off of getting your next thing. I might as well try and grind you specifically because I really love that heart item. And I'm also going to need to dismiss a bunch of Personas soon because I'm going to need to be doing at the very least a 4-way fusion, and I might be going for a 5-way fusion in this part as well. So what we want to do is we want to level up to level 69. Now, we don't actually have to be there. I realized that the Persona that I needed that was level 69 is not actually 100% required for this request. There are ways you can fuse Lilith with Mabufudine without this, but this is just the one that's most convenient to me. Also, though, Aigis is finally back, so she needs to play catch-up for quite a bit. She has Athena now, so I might as well show that off. And if I'm bringing her, but oh, she does have Resist Elec on her armor. Let's see, and then I'll just check who else is the lowest level. If anything, I really need to just have her and Gary Stu solo this, really, but that would be a little bit, yeah, jealousy-provoking for certain characters, but I kind of feel like I need to, because everyone else is just too high-leveled as it is. Yeah, you know what Koromara needs to come to. Guess making a team of Aigis' closest people. And dog. Oh yeah, I do think I have a better dog suit that I've forgotten to give him. Yes, I do. I actually don't have a cross dog suit. I thought I did have a cross dog suit. That's very strange. Don't have anything better than the Ravenclaw. And I just noticed that. I just noticed that when I said it out loud. Definitely not a Harry Potter reference, but it certainly sounds like one. And yeah, I'll keep him with his current equipment. There actually is another Persona from the Velvet Room that we can get now, but like I said, it's going to require clearing out our Persona inventory a lot, and I'd rather get some more money before going for that. So what I'm going to do is, let's see, should I make a save now? I might as well make a save now. Okay, let's go. No doubt you're all... Okay, I just realized there's something else I can probably try and demo for Aigis. I think there's a certain armor that I have now. You're probably all very eager to hear certain lines from Aigis that she can say now. And don't worry, that will definitely be happening. You have to wait very late in the game to hear these mimetic lines, but they are going to be they are going to start happening now. Now, also, what's also going to start happening now is Aigis being embarrassed. I mean, if she was capable of that. I really like this, though, and I want to keep it on as much as possible. But do I... Yep, I have this. I wonder what your reaction to that is going to be. No, they're not, considering you have something that resists electric. Yeah. You probably have in your databanks something to do with what that implies, that he's making you wear that, but yeah, let's just not question that for now. Don't think I've actually seen this one before, because I never got a lot of the maid outfits in my first playthrough. Just didn't really keep up with those requests. I will get rid of it quickly, because I really want that Resist Elec on her, but for now, we'll just show it off a little bit. That means that her first usage of the mimetic phrase will be in this outfit. Hi there, swords.
There are 3 enemies.
Oh, do you have pierce attacks?
The enemy's weak.
You don't. Okay, that's unfortunate. Can't show off Aigis' immunity there. I might as well just try and let her handle this, actually. Let's see what she does. Oh, she didn't say it then.
It must be eliminated.
It is sometimes a little strange that you hear her new quotes, which are a lot more emotive, completely juxtaposed with her old quotes, which sound a lot more erotic. Kind of wish they totally reinvented her battle quotes, but only a few of them are different.
Yes! Goro-chan! The enemies are balanced!
Oh man, it's gonna feel so weird to go between this and Persona 5. I'm just gonna try this. This is probably gonna do nothing. I wonder if it does much less if you're in great condition.
2 more enemies!
That was pretty impressive.
I need your help!
Oh, that's cool. And by the way, she said the famous quote. It's there. There it is. Aigis is famous. I need your help. H-A-L-P, because that's how it sounds.
What sharp instinct!
Wonder if that's new. Is she still saying man's best friend indeed? Because I still love that quote. That's still one of my favorite battle lines in this game. Okay, so yes, you have heard the famous quote now, and you've also seen her in her maid outfit. I guess I'll show her in the maid outfit for a little bit longer, and then I'll... Now that I've completed that request, you should be dropping useful materials! You're gonna just disappear, aren't you? Oh well. And yeah, there's kind of no point in focusing on climbing floors. I just want to grind here, so I can stay... Well, I can't stay here as much as I want because the Reaper will show up, and why aren't you here, Koromaru?
2 of them! Attack!
Huh. Okay, I'm sure Aigis has something that can take you down. Come on, Aigis.
I won't go down! Continue! Let us strike while the iron's hot.
And unlike everyone else who gets an upgraded persona, Aigis gets a totally different all-out attack quote.
I can't miss!
And yeah, that's different too.
I can't lose here!
So yeah, a lot of her dialogue is different, but some of it's still the same. She is the only one who gets a changed all-out attack quote, though. I think it was there. Yeah. Gonna need to farm as much money as I can as well, because I'm gonna need a lot of compendium money sync very soon. And there you see a Batman's immunity to everything physical at work. In fact, I'd heal from that if, I haven't seen that animation in a while either. Athena actually throwing the javelin. That's pretty awesome. Sorry, I keep getting distracted. But yeah, that would have actually healed Gary Stu if I'd had a Batman's final skill. In fact, let's try out Weary Thrust on you. Don't need to worry at all about lowering his HP, because again, immunity to everything physical. Oh yeah, that did nothing.
I need your help!
That's actually really bizarre. So, unless it does a lot more to enemies that are knocked down or if it criticals, that is actually really strange. It only did, like, it did nothing there, but it did over 500 with a critical. That's, like I said, very, very strange. Nope! I love that.
Athena!
Okay, there we go. That's an Athena call.
The enemy is still alive!
Yeah, you guys take barely anything. So, oh! That was the exact opposite of barely anything. I do have something with Summer Calm, though, I'm pretty sure. Hi there, Akasha Arts. I don't care. Well, actually, I do care about Koromaru and Aigis, because they still take massive damage from that, but... And force everyone to use medicinal powder. Okay, there we go. Koromaru was caught up, but I really want Aigis to get more levels. Wow.
Let us strike while the iron's hot.
I was totally planning on cutting out this battle, but I forgot she'd referenced that. Actually, that's pretty funny because,
I can't lose here.
I recently actually saw the first Terminator film for the first time. And it's really weird because it's something where you... Going into it knowing just the pop culture surrounding it...
My level
Yeah, that's
of
weird.
aptitude has increased.
It's amazing just how different the first film is. Like, the first film really is partly a horror movie, I'd argue.
3 of them. Strike first.
And, like, the fact that Arnold Schwarzenegger's character is a pure villain in that one actually really surprised me, because I'm familiar with the more famous later ones. Which, again, I actually haven't seen any of the later ones.
It's weak against
I've heard the second one is good, and the rest I should probably skip. I've also, interestingly, heard the same thing about the Alien films. The point that I was trying to make, though, was that Hasta la Vista is never said in the first film. Also, I'll be back, the kind of almost meme version of it has actually been really taken out of context. He only says it once in the original film, and the actual context for the line is, well, I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't seen it.
There are 2 enemies.
Just realized that she's right there because all-out attacks literally can't miss.
Good job.
Come on, we should be at level 69 soon. I'm going to attempt to positively jinx that and get it on this battle. Oh, hi there, Carly. I've got a much better version of you in the compendium, so you're going to go pretty quickly. And no, I didn't get it on that battle. Of course not. Please be money. Hero's Bow. Okay then, I thought you had to wait until the sand ship to get that.
The enemy is getting strong.
I'll probably focus on grinding Abaddon later, because it's kind of a pain him only knowing one attacking move that only works best when you're tired.
My level of aptitude has increased.
Okay, good. Have you got anything significant yet? Okay, I need to do this anyway, because I have to remove the maid outfit. That, and let me just check. You now have Marakakaja, so 2 full party buffs. Okay, Dear Rahan is what I'm really looking for. Although, like I said in her bio, there is a major downside to Aigis learning that, and that's the charm becomes much more dangerous to her. Which fittingly describes her actual situation now, because becoming more human-like, she is now vulnerable to being seduced by Gary Sue. Oh, you again.
There are 3 enemies. Be careful.
Siegfried! Well, that's gonna be painful. Someone got crit by that. I'm a big stupid moron. You already had growth 3. Yeah, that was dumb. I didn't even need to equip you in the first place. And yeah, I had a bit of a video glitch, so some of my commentary didn't record, but we are level 69 now, and I actually think that maybe we can just get out of here now. I would like to grind Aigis a bit more, but I'll make this a bit more interesting, and I might just do some fusing first. Yes, I'm totally sure. I'm also sure that I am dumb and forgot about growth 3. I will need to keep an eye on Abaddon's experience, that means, because I want to make sure that I register him to the compendium just before he levels up, so that I can get multiple copies of that hard item, because, oh boy, those are amazing. Right, again, I should actually probably save here in case there's an accident, because I have got a few level ups for Aigis, and I don't want to lose those exactly, so gonna go ahead and save now. Now, I'm also going to check how many empty Persona slots I have, because, like I said, I'm going to need at least 4. I think this fusion should be already accessible to us in the crossbred. Oh, yeah, I'm aware of that, it just doesn't... Well, I mean, it actually does matter now, because we've got a big choice to make tomorrow, though we all know what the correct answer is. Yeah, I need a lot more free spots than that. I'm going to need to get rid of you, I'm going to need to get rid of you, and I'm probably going to need to get rid of you and you, because I don't really need you at the moment. Let me just check something. Can't really make anything decent out of you, except for Seth, and that requires giving up either of those. Anything out of Kali, doesn't really look like it. And I need to make sure that I'm able to make Loki soon, because I will actually... That's unfortunate, because I'm gonna have to... Oh, look, Supana, that's new. Yeah, you are definitely new. Oh boy, I fought those things in Digital Devil Saga recently, and they are really frustrating. Anyway, though... that's unfortunate, because I really do want to make Loki soon, for certain reasons, but... I'm probably going to have to dump those two, and then, I've got one free slot, so if I get rid of those two, and if I get rid of Gur, yeah, that should be enough. Actually, first things first, though, is that I actually need to make one of the ones that I need for this, and I'm not sure how. So, let me just quickly check to see if I can. So, I need an Empress Persona with an average level of 69. This might actually be kind of tricky. Okay, that's one possible combination. Siegfried, Thor, Hatari. So there's... Absorb Wind and Null Dark. That's actually pretty great. And also Arms Master. This is kind of annoying, but it's going to be expensive to get you back. But... Because I want both of those back. You know what? What am I doing? I'm stupid. I need to go ahead and register my personas before I do this. And then I'll go ahead and fuse Gabriel, because that's actually the one I need. Let's... Oh, I don't want to register Kali. Gotta be careful there. Everything else is fine, but I do not want to register Kali. Okay, everything except Kali is now registered. So that's good. I need to check if there's a way that I can make that using Kali, though, because I really don't need her. Actually already checked that. Also, there's Kartikeya, who I'm just off of, actually. Oh, okay, here's a tower persona that I actually wanted to show. Here is Seiten Taisei. This is, I believe, the persona that naturally gets Spearmaster. So, yeah, the only one that isn't an ultimate. And the thing about Seiten Taisei, you might recognize his looks. You may not recognize the name, but you'll probably know him by a different name. Sun Wukong. Yes, this is the Monkey King from Journey to the West, which is pretty awesome. Let's just say that some people who are fans of this series might be knowing him a little more at some point. But anyway, yeah, so only one to naturally get Spearmaster, I believe. Pretty cool, but unfortunately we're not too concerned about him at this point in the game. Although I would like Seth, but yeah, at the moment we are mostly concerned about... I just realized something. I do still want Thor, though. Oh, Michael! Wow, we're getting some really big ones. Judgment Arcana. But still a little beyond us. I need to make sure that I have some way to get Loki... Wait a minute, this would be... Kali... Oh, Abaddon. Yeah, Abaddon's expensive to get back. You know, I just realized something. So, spoiler alert, the request that I'm planning ahead for is Elizabeth has a request for a Loki over a certain level. And all I need to do is just... If I prepare the Loki in advance, I can still do that request just fine. So, maybe this is better. I know it gives up Thanatos, who I'll have to buy back, but it does get rid of two personas that I don't want. And then I'll need to find some other way to get Gabriel, but I do need Loki regardless. So... Although, admittedly, I would like to get some better skills onto you. Let's just see what I can get. Both of those in Mega Dollar. That's not bad. I hope this gives me the right level, because there's another one of those it needs to be a certain level or higher. Full being at rank 9 should be good enough, and I am... Oh, actually, no, you're just making a fist at the sky. I thought you were pointing at the sky for a second. It's weird, that quote seems a bit out of character for you, but anyway. There is Stagnant Air to increase the chance of ailments, which is actually kind of useful. Oh. Null Fire would be kind of cool. Of course, Loki being related to the Frost Giants is weak to fire. So I don't believe that was always the case in the original myth. Something tells me that wasn't. But anyway, I hope that 62 is enough. I'll have to see. But I've got 3 empty slots now. And I now need to make... Gabriel. You know, I just realized I might actually need... Oh wait, you're not part of the four, are you? You're not part of the four Heavenly Kings. Okay, I think this is probably the least painful way I can do this. Null Dark is great too, as is High Counter, Power Charge, and Mind Charge. Oh, and that's actually kind of ironic that you're inheriting Mabufudine regardless. Because, yeah, Mabufudine is actually something that I need on Gabriel specifically, but Gabriel does learn that naturally, so you don't really need to worry about it, but I'm just inheriting it regardless. Yeah, you might notice that the next skill there is quite a few levels off. It's probably because of the fact that you normally learn Mabufudine earlier, but I'm inheriting that. So, this is Gabriel. And as much as this series likes to do its research in terms of mythology, okay, that's great too. Yeah, Gabriel is probably not female. That's just one thing that's kind of a misconception. I guess they just needed more Empress personas. But that heart item is actually really, really good, so I'm glad that I got that. It's basically the equivalent of the lightning gloves. It nulls ice damage, which will be very useful to get for Akihiko, so I probably needed to fuse Gabriel anyway. Now, I need to fuse Gabriel with a certain persona so that I get Succubus, and that passes down Mabufudine to Succubus. Succubus is a requirement for the Lilith fusion, so that's one way to get Mabufudine on Lilith. There are actually other ways. There are ways that involve Byakko, and... yeah, there are actually quite a few different ways, and some of them don't require you to be level 69, but might as well register... You know what, yeah, you're better than the Loki that I currently have, and you're obviously better than the Gabriel I currently have. And now I just need to look up what the other thing that I need to get out of my compendium is to make Succubus with Mabufudine. Actually, I just realized, while I'm waiting, I might as well try and get some of the other components. So everything that fuses Lilith is part of the Devil Arcana. You need Lilum, you need Incubus and Succubus, and you also need Vetala. Which itself was, I believe, the subject of one of Elizabeth's earlier requests. So there's Incubus, and... right, Succubus is level 40... Actually, no, it's not a base level of 48. So I'll need to get something that can fuse Succubus, and that's exactly what I'm looking for right now. Wow, really? It's Ara Mitama, of all things. That's actually kind of surprising. Lowest level Chariot. It's been a long time since we've seen you. At least you're pretty cheap. I'd actually quite like to keep Gabriel, because I do want that heart item. But we have to fuse her away at this point, and it's very ironic that we're fusing away an angel to create a demon, but that's actually how we're doing this. We don't need Incubus, Ara Mitama, and Gabriel. Yep, there's Succubus. And you need to make sure that Succubus inherits Mabufudine, which may actually take a little while. Okay, there we go, there's Mabufudine. That actually didn't take all that long. So, really, all you want here is Mabufudine, and I think the Succubus that I've got is actually really good, so I don't think I'm going to fuse her away, although, last time I made Succubus, was I maxed on Devil Arcana or not? I forget. Well, if I go above level 48, I know I wasn't maxed. So, you have quite a fair amount of power. We're seeing Tanaka's Social Link in action again, which we actually will very soon, because Lilith is obviously Devil Arcana as well. I don't really care about the skills on you apart from Mabufudine, because I don't think I'm going to register you regardless, so... Ailment Boost is pretty nice, though. What don't I need? I don't need that. Again, I don't really care. Infuriate. Well, that's actually not bad with Ailment Boost. Okay, Null Light I definitely want, because the persona that we're fusing is going to really benefit from that. Okay, I'm pretty sure that I was maxed, because it ended up being the same level anyway. Unless I leveled up Succubus a few times. You know, now I think about it, I actually did level up Succubus a few times, so I mustn't have been maxed before. So with that, we have Succubus, Incubus, Lilum, and Vetala, which means that if we go back here, because I want to get Igor's quote... After all this, though, This better not be an accident. Yep, there we go. This is an interesting combination. Yes, it is. And that should be in the crossbred. And Lilith is only level 61, so technically you could do this a lot earlier, but the ways that you can get Marbufudine onto Succubus are quite limited until you're around the level that I am now. So generally better to take this one later. This one's a little bit deceptive. And there's Lilith, but I need to make sure that she gets Marbufudine, so this might take a little while. She's naturally more inclined to inheriting status ailments because, yeah, Devil Arcana, they tend to do that. There we go! Okay then! No null light, unfortunately, but... Man, you are really not inclined to inheriting Marbufudine. So yeah, something that I should mention is, these Persona Fusion with specific skill requests are back in Persona 5, and they're actually required for a social link this time. Thankfully, though, you can choose skills that you pass down, and also skill cards exist. You might want to save your skill cards if you're currently playing that game, because those can really help for the fusion requests. Please don't be an accident. Thank you! Hello, creepy yellow eyes. And I would make, and also that, Gary Stu probably enjoys that line, I would make a wrong Lilith joke, but I don't want to spoil Fire Emblem Fates. I could also refer to Lilith as something else, but that would spoil another game, and yeah, I don't want to be putting in spoilers for games that are not this one. Megidola, let's see what you've got here. Tartarus with ailment boost is actually not that bad. Let's just get rid of that. Fast retreat, I do not care about fast retreat at all. Like, the times when you actually do die to a failed escape in this game are so rare that I just generally don't find that to be all that useful. It's kind of funny, that skill is in some ways, as good as that is, I might not want that. In some ways, that skill's been turned into a social link ability in Persona 5, or a confidant ability. Considering that I don't think I'm going to use you very much, I'll let it go. What is up with my skill change luck in this playthrough? Wow! I mean, again, I don't think I'm going to be using Lilith, but holy crap, that's a good skill. I'm just going to see what I can fuse out of her, because, like, let's just... Siegfried with Absorb Strike would be pretty nice, actually. All of these things with Absorb Strike. I'm going to need to get back a lot of my old Personas, though. Actually, let's see what I've got. I have 5 empty slots. I might be able to show another special fusion. So, I'm going to go ahead and register Lilith. And now, I can complete that request. And hopefully I complete another request. Although, I have this sneaking feeling that the Loki requires level 63 or higher. I really hope I'm wrong, but I get this feeling that I'm right. Lilith with Marbufudine, and I can't even do the Platinum Medal one yet. I don't know why they're giving it to us. Let's see. This one is done. And yeah, you need to have done one of Elizabeth's earlier requests to even have access to Lilith in the first place. Yeah, but at this point in the game, she's kind of starting to get outclassed. Well, I mean, you know, Gary Stu's kind of seduced Elizabeth, so he can probably control anyone by now. And we get the Sacrificial Idol. More importantly, though, it's another request down, which unlocks a new one, and please tell me it isn't level 53. 63, I mean. I knew it! I knew it was 63 plus! I knew it was 63 plus. Dang it, okay, how close is my current Loki? I don't think he's very close at all. Actually, that's not terrible. If I had done this later on, I might have been able to do that, because I'll just say, Fool is going to max out very, very soon. Maybe I should have done that earlier, but... I mean, later. I may be able to grind him to level 63, though, honestly, in that time... Okay, you know what I'm going to see? I'm going to have to grind Aigis a little bit more. I'll see if Loki reaches level 63 naturally over the course of that. But if not, I'll just wait, because it's not really worth waiting at the moment. And I need to go back into the compendium. because I believe I need to get every Hanged Man persona that is not Hellbiker, because for some reason Hellbiker doesn't count. Oh, I don't think Hecaton counts either, so yeah, it's just these ones. It's just Inugami, Takeminakata, Orthrus, Vasuki, and Ubelurus. So, time for more money sinks. Takeminakata, I never liked you to begin with, because you are weak to both instant death elements. You served me quite well earlier in the game. You I just picked up randomly, and you were also a pathetically easy boss in Digital Devil Saga for me. I've heard that people actually have trouble with Vasuki, but for me it was just like debilitate, 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 and he couldn't do anything. And now there is a reason for this. I just wanted to see Igor's quote, because I don't know why, I just like doing that when I'm going for a special fusion. Now that we have all of those personas, and yeah, I probably will get rid of Lilith. It's not that Lilith's okay, but there are other personas that I like better at this point. Like, actually, I'd rather have Gabriel at this point. So, if we go into Fuse personas, and I don't know if I showed this off earlier, because this is only accessible after we max out Hangman. That would be a Pentagon spread. There is Attis, and we are the right level. So, with these 5 personas, we can get a terrible skill inheritance. Oh, who cares? I'm just gonna go with this. You got much better skills by just general level up. And so, with this, we can fuse yet another ultimate persona. These 5 cards will combine, and we shall create Attis, who has a fairly odd quote, you'll see. Oh, he doesn't say that, okay. I know that in at least one game he says, our bodies may be different, but I am you, a reference to the fact that he lacks a certain part of his anatomy due to having cut it off. And there's Summer Calm, which is great. There's Repel Light, which is also great because you'd normally be weak to that. I don't need that at all. Okay, there's no way you're getting Enduring Soul yet, but that's really the main thing that you want from Attis. That thing is amazing. So we have Attis now, which is pretty good. And let's see, we can fuse you with Lilith and get Seth, who I actually would quite like. And there's Absorb Strike. Oh, but we have an even better moon option. We have Baal-Zebul, who we actually need for Beelzebub, but we actually can't fuse you yet. That is 3 levels off. 2 levels off. I, for some reason, can't do maths today. Do I go for Seth, or do I wait a bit and try and get Baal-Zebul, who I might actually need later? Though right now, I could just... Like, really, I want to get rid of Lilith. Basically, that's what this comes down to. I don't want Lilith at all. And this will mean that I have to buy back Attis immediately after fusing him. I'm gonna go ahead and register you. Because, like, okay, in all honesty, do I really need Attis at this point in the game? I've got Summer Rakam on other personas. And while Attis does resist everything physical, I've got a Baden who's immune to everything physical. I don't know if I really need Attis at this point now that I think about it. But, I mean, I wanted to get Attis into the compendium anyway, because, I mean, he is an ultimate persona. I suppose I should probably demo him in battle before I get rid of him, but anyway. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and fuse Seth now. But not with Sexy Dance! No, I would like Absorb Strike, thank you. And you also get Sexy Dance. Anyway, let's just ignore that. And it is time to call forth the brokenness from Sacred Stones, except not really. Does look very, very cool, though. I think Seth is kind of an interesting persona in this game. It's kind of ambiguous whether he represents the biblical Seth or the Egyptian god Set. who was often demonized. And that's all we're getting at this point, but I needed a better moon persona than Gur, which gives me an excuse to get rid of Gur now. What's your next skill bar? Null Ice, which is not bad, even though you aren't actually weak to that. I love Absorb Strike though. Let's see if I can carry that even further. I could go full circle and make Gabrielle again, but no. Anybody that I can make out of Gur, I'm sure I already have you. Don't really think so. I think I'm just going to need to dismiss Gur. Okay, so I'm going to go out of here. I'm going to dismiss Gur, and then I'm going to buy back a whole bunch of my old personas after registering Seth. Yeah, I almost forgot about you. Actually, let me just quickly check. Actually, no, I can do that when I'm back in the compendium for getting the other stuff back. Yeah, today's been a pretty strange episode, but it's just kind of like a persona shuffling. But I needed to complete that fusion request, and like I said, I knew it was level 63 for Loki. I just had a feeling that it was 63, and yes, it was, and I'm one level off that. So let me just quickly get rid of Gur, because I don't need you anymore, because I have a better moon persona. And now I'm just going to go ahead and buy back all of those personas that I just kind of massacred. I did promise that I'd get back Cert someday, because I do need that heart item. That might be when I have access to better grinding, though. I do warn you, this is going to be a huge money sink, but you are the best Empress thing I have at this point, and I would love your heart item. And I did... Yes, I wanted to check. Seth, what do you say? Okay, yeah, so it is the Egyptian one. I actually know Seth mostly from Age of Mythology, which goes into how Seth was possibly demonized because they were the chief god of... there were sort of two factions in Egypt that were fighting, and one of them lost, and the one that lost had Seth as their chief god, or Set, as he's, I think, usually calls, and people think that the winners made Set the evil god because of that. Interesting bit of Egyptian history there, but... Anyway, I'm just going to save here, and then I'm going to go back in, and really, unless Loki hits level 63, there's not much that I can really show from this point on. So I'm sorry that this part wasn't really all that eventful, but hey, it was kind of a fusion episode. And if nothing interesting happens, next time something big will be happening. Something that I would highly recommend saving before. In fact, regardless of what happens, I might actually come back here and talk about that, because that deserves talking about. Okay, these things are weak to fire, so it might be a good opportunity to demonstrate Seth. For some reason, you inherited Agilau, which actually might be good in situations where I need to conserve SP, and I know that an all-out attack will kill. Which it usually does. And that was barely even 30 seconds, but yes, that was Seth. Wait a second. Why does medical powder work on Aigis? I only just started questioning that. That doesn't make any sense at all. I think I'll keep going until Aigis is level 60. So then she's fully caught up with the rest of the party. Thank you, that's gonna set me up quite a bit. Still pitifully low amount of money, comparatively speaking, but it's not as terrible as it was before. You know, I think Loki's extremely low luck is the reason why he's had a terrible hit rate with Hammer and Mudor. Because I find that even against enemies weak to them, I miss a lot with Loki's Hammer and Mudor, but Thanatos tends to hit a lot more. It probably is the luck stat, although I don't think it affects it nearly as much as it did in Q. In Q, Ken's insanely high luck stat made him so good with Hammer skills. Actually, at this rate, Loki should be hitting level 63 before Aigis hits her next level.
I need your help!
Loki's actually getting pretty close. And I'm out of SP for Mega Dollar. Great. You know, I was about to say I haven't been finding much in the way of Purple Shadows, and hi there, Purple Shadow. Well, I will probably need to use an SP item for this, but might as well. And there's an extra point right there, so I might as well just leave. Oh, that wasn't good. That's not good either, because you're not going to die to that. Oh, no. Well, that was a good dodge. Okay, now you're gone. I am not used to not Magaro getting these things.
Incredible.
Like, this is an absurdly low amount of damage out of Garo due to no ice boost or wind dam.
The enemy is getting strong.
I would like that 8 experience, please. And that was 1. There we go. That was good. Oh, was that Loki? That was Loki! Nice! Excellent! Okay, so there's Null Fire. I like that. I like most of your abilities, actually, except... Oh, there's that pupil. Okay, so increases your critical hit rate. That was why I was critically all those times with random physical attacks. I forgot Loki had that. Oh, and then you learn Repel Fire next.
My level of aptitude has increased.
And I believe that gets you... Yep, you have Request Healing. That means you have Dear Rahan now. So, great all round, actually. I did say that I'd wait until Aigis got to level 60, though. I'll have to see. I'm pretty sure she's 59 now. Koromaru used to be 59. It's not really that much of a disadvantage compared to the rest of the party. Yeah, you're 59, and you will get Mataru Kaja in 1 level, though. Which will actually be really helpful. You know, maybe I should at least grind you to 60. Everyone else is pretty much there. For now, though, I can turn in this request with Loki. I actually didn't expect to get you to level 63 so fast. Yes, yes, I'm aware of that. Okay, so, we can now accept this and get it done. I think it's closer to the bottom of the list. Actually, it seems like it is closer to the top. Okay, yeah, there we go. Loki level 63 plus. We have done so. And you might notice, people who played Nocturne might actually notice the name of that reward for this. If you don't, I'll explain it shortly. We have Loki. Oh, no comments on Loki, really? Oh, okay, so she's commenting on this. This is the last of Elizabeth's fusion requests. So with this, we're able to create a new persona, Masakado. So, Masakado is not actually an ultimate persona, it's just a regular Tower Arcana persona, but you can only fuse him from Elizabeth's requests. And just to show this, that is in fact the last of them. Yeah, they're done now. No more fusion requests, we've completed them all. I don't think we're high enough level to make Masakado now, but yeah, that item Masakados lets you fuse him. If you remember, or not remember because I actually haven't played that game, but some of you might have, in Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne, that's the name of the ultimate Magatama in that game. It's sometimes also used as the name of Masakado's sword. Speaking of Masakado's sword, that's the main thing that Masakado has going for him in this one. He is a fairly strong persona. I mean, he's no Yoshitsune, but he's still pretty great. But the main thing about him is, despite not being an ultimate, he has a special weapon fusion associated with him that actually gives you the ultimate katana, as in Junpei's strongest weapon. So, useful just for that. But also, he has a hard item, Masakado's hair, which gives you double evasion against all physical attacks, which is actually pretty nice. So Masakado has quite a lot going for him, and I might try and... It just hit me. It just hit me. I would not find Masakado there even if I was trying to, because this is Masakado. Masakado, I just remembered, is a 4-way special fusion, requiring all of the 4 Heavenly Kings. And I would do this right now, but I actually think I'm not the right level for Masakado right now. I might just quickly look that up. I'll actually see if I got those. So I know I have Zorcho-ten and Kormoku-ten. Oh, you do need Mishamo-ten. Okay, so you are part of the 4 Heavenly Kings. I was wrong about that. So I definitely can't do that because I don't have Mishamo-ten. So I might show that at some point. Don't need you to. And fusing the 2 of you together doesn't give me anything good. Dang it. Let's just leave. We've done all that. Okay, so after this, I might grind Aigis up 1 level off camera. Because it would be kind of nice to have her at level 60. For now, though, I'll just save here and end this for now. And next time it'll be time for the day where we have to make the ultimate choice. And I'm pretty sure you all know what our answer is going to be. See you then. Do you hear that? I hear that. Aigis has just hit level 60, and I'm so glad she did. Wow, I was grinding with the TV muted while I did other stuff in the background. Probably a bad idea now I think about it. I forgot about the Reaper's chains. Let's get out of here now, quickly. Fuka didn't even warn us that time, though. That's strange. Anyway, I just basically was going to say that I forgot to show what the sacrificial idol does. I just showed its description there, so you probably already read it. But it is basically an even better version of the Spirit Braces. It fully revives you the first time that you hit 0 HP. It's essentially the Enduring Soul skill, but in the form of an item. Also, if we check Aigis quickly... Actually, wait, I've already showed her bio, I probably don't need to. She learns Summer Calm next, but it's not until level 65. So I'll have to think who I put the Sacrificial Idol on. Probably on Garisu, but we'll see. I'm actually going to do this anyway, because I want to give her something. I like the Regenerate, but I'm thinking that she could actually really benefit from the increased critical rate. Because she has been using Heat Wave a lot. And yes, with that, that's all I want to do here, so I will see you again next time.